Okay, so hello everyone. Hello, hello. Okay, so hello everyone. Today we will be having a demonstration on how to configure the virtual machine for us to have network on it. Okay, so gagawin natin is after natin ma-configure yung virtual machine, we're going to configure the IP addresses of the computers. Okay, for server IP and client's IP. Okay. Then after the configuration, then eventually we're going to disable the firewall. Why? Just because the firewall actually blocks the network for us not to para hindi makapasok yung hindi niya kilalang network. Okay? So since we are going to have a peer-to-peer network together with the server to client, then we must disable the firewall. Okay, then after that, we're going to have the ping test. We're going to test actually the ping connection or the network connection of the computers. Okay, and take note of the following. First, the default gateway is always the IP address of our router. And also, this is a virtual machine box or virtual machine rather. We can configure the router. Okay, so ang gagawin lang natin, parang bini-virtualize lang natin na meron tayong router dito sa between these computers. Okay, okay, so let's do it. First, I already installed the two operating systems, which are the server operating system and the Windows 7 operating system. Okay, so the server operating system will set as our server. Okay, ito naman, this will set as our client. Okay, so after the installation to the server, then eventually just click OK. Then we're going to set the password. Okay, so password natin, capital P at sign double SW0RD. And I'll just confirm it. Ayan, then I'll just hit enter for me to able to for us to log in, okay, on this server computer. And there's a message, your password has been changed. Okay, so all the way we're going to use this password, okay, for us to log in on this server. Okay, so let's configure. Let's go to the settings of the running applications. Okay, so we have here the file for the Windows 7 and we have here the file for the server. As you can see, we have labeled running here, okay, between the two. Okay, then after that, just select the operating system that we just installed. Then I'll just click the settings. Okay, then after that, I'll just wait. Okay, and then after that, let's go to network. And under attach to, just click the NAT into bridge adapter. We're going to use the bridge adapter for us to connect on this computer. Okay, then after that, as you can see, we have here a wireless network adapter. I don't want to use that one. I want to use the Ethernet controller. Okay, kasi hindi naman wireless yung gagamitin natin. Okay, then permission mode, just click the allow all. And always remember or always observe this one, the checkbox over here. It must be cable connected. Okay, and that's it. It's fine. Okay, same process with the server. Server settings, just click the server file, and then I'll just click the settings. Then after that, just click the network. Click the attach to bridge adapter. Then I don't want to use the wireless adapter. I'll just use the Ethernet controller. Okay, and I'll just click the advance for me to select the allow all option. Okay, then I'll just hit OK. Okay, it's finished for this virtual machine. Now we're going to set an IP addresses for our computers. Okay, for our server, uh, we're going to set the IP address for this server as 192.168.10.2. Okay, the IP address for our default gateway or for our server or for our router will be 192.168.10.1, and for our client will be 192.168.10.3. Okay, again, uh, the IP address for our router or for our default gateway will be 192.168.10.1. The server will be 192.168.10.2, and for our client is 192.168.10.3. Okay, so let's do it. First, we're going to set the server. Ayan. So server. For us to configure the IP addresses of our server, we must go to this one on the bottom right area of our screen. Okay, just right click and open network and sharing. Okay, then after that, just click the change adapter setting and nandito na tayo sa ating local area connection. Okay, so just right click and properties. Okay, I'll just click the IPv4 just because the settings or the protocol version that we're going to use will be the IPv4 or version 4. After clicking it, or just double click it for us to configure the properties of the computer. Okay, I'll just click the properties and I'll just click the use the following IP address. Okay, after clicking the IP address, we'll just set the IP address. I will just type the IP address rather. Okay, so 192.168.10.2. Okay, then eventually the subnet mask will automatically be like this if we are using the type C IP address. Okay, so for our default gateway, as what I said, it's the IP address of our router, so 192.168.10.1. Okay, so for preferred DNS on the server, we are going to set it as the IP address of our router. Okay, 192.168.10.1. Okay, and just hit OK. All right, then I'll just close. Then after after the after we've changed the the IP address, just go to firewall and let's disable it. Firewall, and just click OK. Okay, we're going to turn it off. Just click here, Windows, turn Windows Firewall on or off. I'll just click the turn off, and I'll just hit OK. Okay, and it's done. Next, we will configure the IP address for the client. Okay, so just right click here, open network, go to change adapter settings, just right click this one, properties. Okay, then let's go to IPv4. Just click the use the following IP address, and the IP address for the client will be 192.168.10.3. 192.168.10.3. Okay, I'll just press the tab button of my keyboard, and 192 for default gateway, 192.168.10.1. It's the IP address for the router. Okay, so ito na yung naiba. Pagdating sa server, pagdating sa client, ang preferred DNS natin is manggagaling doon sa IP address ng server. Okay? So, dito kasi siya magbe-base, or ito yung magiging DNS server niya. Okay? DNS server IP niya. Okay? 10.2. It's the IP address of our server. And I'll just hit OK. And wait lang yan. Okay, so while waiting, let's go to firewall and let's disable it. It's actually the fastest way for us to ping test the network. Okay, turn off. Same with the server, and that's it. It's finished. All right. So after we set the IP addresses of our server and client, we can actually test the ping connection. Just go to CMD. Just type CMD on the start button, and just type ping test ping the IP address of the computer that we want to test the connection. Of course, we are at client, then we will test the connection sa server. Okay, so 192.168.10.2. Okay, so that's the IP address of the server. Then eventually we have response here. Okay, so same din dito sa ating server. Then I'll just click the command prompt here and I'll just type ping 192.168.10.3, the IP address of the client. Okay, and I'll just hit enter and it's finished. Okay, so if you have suggestions, concerns, just message or comment. Okay, so have a good day.